Asia Times, 26 May 2023, China's low-quality, Russian-copied weapons are taking over the Middle East's U.S. arms trade. China is establishing connections, building networks, and securing broader strategic interests in the oil-rich region through the supply of weapons. Through significant agreements with Saudi Arabia and Egypt, both of which have historically relied on the U.S. for their expensive acquisitions, China is prepared to enter the Middle Eastern arms market. This month, the South China Morning Post, SCMP, reported that China North Industries Group Corporation, Norinco, and Saudi Arabia Military Industries, SAMI, were in negotiations over the purchase of Skyseeker FX-80 and CR-500 vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL, drones, Cruise Dragon 5 and 10 loitering munitions, and the HQ-17A short-range air defense, SHORAD, system made in China. The Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group, CAIG, J-10C multi-role fighter is also apparently in line for acquisition by the Egyptian Air Force. The two parties are expected to meet at this year's Langkawi International Maritime and Aerospace Exhibition in Malaysia. According to SCMP, Egypt intends to purchase 12 J-10Cs built on the Sukhoi 30 platform, equipped with Active Electronically Scanned Array, AESA, radar and sophisticated electronic warfare equipment. Saudi Arabia accounted for 9.8% of all global arms imports between 2018 and 2022, according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute's (SIPRI) Trends in International Arms Transfers report, and 78% of Saudi Arabia's purchases came from the U.S. According to the same research, Egypt was the sixth largest consumer of weapons during the period, accounting for 4.5% of all weapons imports, with 34% coming from Russia. Peter Wesman writes in a 2018 SIPRI article that Saudi Arabia wants to diversify its arms suppliers to broaden and deepen its global political network and lessen the impact of Western arms sales limitations. These limitations result from Saudi Arabia's highly denounced military operation in Yemen, the gruesome killing of writer and political dissident Jamal Khashoggi in 2018, and the OPEC+/US oil price dispute from a year ago. In February 2022, Asia Times they were noted that Saudi Arabia's efforts to find other arms suppliers besides the U.S. might have been motivated by the latter's disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, missteps in Iraqi and Syrian foreign policy, a change in heart regarding Iraq, and a shift in strategic focus from the Middle East to the Pacific. At the China GCC summit in Riyadh on December 9, 2022, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman greeted Chinese President Xi Jinping. The U.S. arms sales to Saudi Arabia have also come under fire for being politically motivated, exorbitantly expensive, and out of line with the country's fundamental strategic requirements. According to the 2022 SIPRI report, Egypt is the sixth largest arms importer in the world, accounting for 4.5% of all imports from 2018 to 2022, with 34% of its purchases coming from Russia. However, the lack of Russian weapons has forced countries to search for replica weapons. Russia hasn't always been Egypt's top choice for weapons. In a May 2021 Defense News piece, Bradley Bowman and other authors point out that the U.S. supplied 47% of Egypt's armament imports before the 2013 military coup, which saw Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, the country's then defense minister, overthrow Mohamed Morsi as president. But following the 2013 coup, the Obama administration put a 2-year hold on supplies of aircraft, tanks, and missiles to Cairo until things got better. Bowman and the other authors observe that due to that embargo, Egypt moved to diversify its sources of arms imports by acquiring sizable quantities of weaponry from France and Russia, both of which were prepared to overlook its violations of human rights. However, Egypt was compelled to abandon its intended acquisition of 24 Su-35 fighter jets due to the possibility of U.S. sanctions resulting from Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Russian weaponry's subpar performance in the continuing Ukraine conflict may have diminished their attraction to longtime customers like Egypt, leading Cairo to hunt for alternatives in the form of Chinese-made replicas of Russian hardware.